So today we're creating a tier list to rate all of the outcome memories after experiencing them all. You know, pretty good, but some are better than others depending on team or solos. By the way, this is my own opinion. If you don't agree with this, tell me what you guys would rate them instead of what. Tails has two abilities. He has a laser cannon, a glide, and pretty powerful on a team base, but you will be targeted by the EX. Oh, difference is you are in close range proximity. But Tails, her long range attack takes about 7 seconds to charge and does stun for a long time. You can just snipe the EXE when someone gets grabbed or something like that. And her charge meter is indicated by a little green bar filling up in her cannon under her little avatar icon. And the cool thing she has that Amy does have as one of her cards is being able to see the EXE when it's close enough when they're invisible. And you can just snipe them and somehow hit through walls. I don't know. But the glide, with the glide, you have to be careful because if the EXE's grab, you could just chase you around, pull you around, you just get grabbed and die. But in some maps, you can just go to places with the glide that the EXE cannot access. This is kind of so uncovered. What's the other one? You cannot run? Can't run? You can't run? Especially you can't run. There's a little spot that you can just go to. EX cannot. But yeah, I'd say Tails is pretty good. Just super bad when EXE starts chasing you and targeting you, and everyone else is just ignoring you. But overall, Tails is a viable character. I rate her A tier. Yeah. Huh? Next we have Cream, the most OP character in the game. I've seen EXEs do thousands of damage and only get one person only, and I don't know how, and then they just say there was a Cream in the match. I was like, okay, that makes sense. So Cream has two abilities. She has a heal and a dash. The dash has a unique mechanism where you could dash into your own allies and make them go flying, make them go bye-bye. And also the EXE, you could do the same thing, it's just that he doesn't go as far as your own allies. And for Cream's heals, he heals about I'd say 60 HP if you start the whole time, around 50 HP. And Cream does also have a glide, which could be used to move around and try to get to places EXE can't. But overall, Cream's on a team, Cream is S, but solo, Cream is a B. But don't get me wrong, Cream is still great character. Next, we have Knuckles. Now this guy, in the right hands, this guy can solo. This guy can be like most OP character, distract the EXE in rage for a long time. It's pretty easy. When you know his movement, you know his skills. He has two skills. He has punch and then counter. Punch, you could wait. You could press punch. I forgot to add that Knuckles can wall climb, and he's basically like Spider-Man. And then it charges up into a flaming punch, and when that hits, it just makes a stun 3 seconds longer, which is very powerful. And to hit the punch, you just have to hit in the general direction of the EXE. It's not that hard. And the counter is great when the EXE charges at you. It can cancel that. It's also good when trying to defend for someone. Overall, Knuckles, I'd have to say an S, even on team and solos. Sonic. Now this guy's really fun to play. He has 175 HP and he takes less damage from other characters as he has a damage reduction of about whatever pops up on screen right now. I don't know the exact number. It's estimated. He has two abilities, Destructive Charge and Self-Repair. Now, when he uses Destructive Charge, when used on the EXE, if you catch the EXE and you hit a wall, you take more damage, but the stun time is longer. And if you don't hit a wall but do still stun him, the stun time is shorter, but you do take less damage. So if you're low with Metal Sonic and do not want to take a lot of damage, do not try to hit a wall. Self Repair heals you about 8 every second and does not stop unless you hit 150 HP or above, or the duration stops because of how low you were. And the heal does become faster if you're next to Eggman or Tails. Metal Sonic team-based or solo is pretty great. You know he can survive, but the chance of you getting targeted because you being annoying is very high. But I'd say your role as Metal Sonic is just to save as many people as possible and just like distract the range mode. And if he chases you in range mode for some reason because of how good you are or how pro you are, you could just lure him around and just go self-destruct, because Metal Sonic does have a proximity beat that tells you how close the EXE is to you. Once you die as Metal Sonic and the EXE does hit you, you do explode and stun the EXE for about 5 seconds, even on range mode, which is really good. Metal Sonic go to the S tier. Yes. Standing just on bridge, foot on the brakes. We have Sonic. Sonic, as a survivor, team-based or solo, is still great. He has two abilities, Drop Dash and Peel Out. Drop Dash has 3 hits. If you land all 3 hits, you stun the EXE for about 2 to 3 seconds. And Sonic does have 150 HP because of his dodge meter. And to charge his dodge meter, you hit the Drop Dash. Each Drop Dash hit charges the drop meter by 10. And yeah, you just build that up and you can just dodge from time to time when you're about to get hit. Now, Peel Out does take about like 5 seconds to charge, and you are vulnerable to attacks when charging it. You could also pick up other players, except Eggman and Metal Sonic. You could use it when the EXE goes into rage mode to help get other survivors out of there. And also, when you pick someone up who is down, you could auto-revive them with Peel Out. When you pick them up, just pass. Now, I have to list Sonic as an S. Yep. Yeah, an S tier, boy. Yeah, he's an S tier because, he's just that guy. He just solo the whole thing. Carry. Okay, now we have Amy. Now, Amy's a little more complicated because some of her cards are a little dookie water because, some combinations are absolute trash. Because we have Knuckles. Now, this card does give you more stun time, but it does reduce your defense and your speed, which is really bad in my opinion. It's probably not worth it either. We have the Boon card, which reduces your vision a lot, but does give either more speed or less speed, more defense or less defense, depending on your environment. I do not know what it means, but apparently you just a little buff or debuff randomly. Then we have the Sun card. This card heals you 1 every 2 seconds, which is really great. And it heals like a lot of people, right? It's super OP. Metal Sonic, but it does heal Sonic even though it says it doesn't. I don't know why. Yeah. If you're a Sonic, you can heal it. But start to make them go a little blind if you stay around them for too long. They just start going blind. But who cares about that? Next card we have is Tails. Now Tails gives a 1.5% speed boost. No, 1.5 speed boost, but it does also make your stun a little less. It makes it from I don't know, however much it was until 2 seconds, which for that speed it doesn't make sense because you start running a lot faster. But that doesn't mean that the Tails card is bad. It's one of the best ones, honestly. Okay, now the Emperor card is one of the best ones. It gives you a 0.5 speed boost and a defense boost by a little bit. And paired with Tails and the Sun card, it makes a great combo. The last card called the World. Now this card allows you to see everyone, including the EXE, around the whole map. It highlights them in white. You can see them when they're invisible after they use God's Trickery. And overall, if you pair this with a speed card like Tails or the Emperor, you could be a great assistance to your teammates. I'm gonna say that Amy's an S tier, but when you get the wrong cards, I'm gonna say it's a B tier. But we'll put it in the middle. We'll put it like I'll say S because overall, if you're good enough, the cards do not impact you that much. Now we have the one and only Eggman. This guy is pretty crazy with his hitbox. Sometimes you can hit him, sometimes you can't. Eggman has two moves, Jetpack Boost and Energy Shield. He also has a lot of movement capabilities. Eggman's Boost, you want to use it to get away from the EXE, to go in and then pop your shield to save someone. Well, more, you just want to save it, right? You want to use it when you need to, but the energy shield you want to use it when the EXE has a charge and they're gonna use it to go on you, or right before they grab you, or just block any incoming hit. Right now, it has a double jump, which is pretty useful to move around and get to places where the EXE can't reach, like on X's Castle or Not Perfect, especially Not Perfect. There's new places there and can't run. Eggman is pretty good team-based, really good solo when he's the last man standing, as he doesn't really care about anyone else, as that's how he is already. And if you get grabs, you can't really do nothing as Eggman. You can just stand there and emote, be there to give them some motivation. Overall, I'd say Eggman is A or potential S, as he has a lot of movement capabilities, and if he's in the right hands, he could just survive and be the most annoying person in the whole match. Okay, here's the update. We are putting Cream at A because this is will be team and solo base, so I feel like A is respectively great. Yeah, this is my final tier list.